in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind.
All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Let go.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Come on, set. 60
Now
out
here's a
ball.
defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch 2, watch 2.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Shoot.
On second down now, Bragg. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Go. Smooth.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Too little, cupcake.
Snap.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Yellow. 180. 43. 43.
80 weapon. 80 weapon. Check 24. Check 24.
Shit. Check nickel.
Check 26. Check 26.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early. because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
I got you. Jim.
And to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On first down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's second and 21. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Topper!
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Undercrunch. Sponge. Recon, 132 fighter. Tighten up.
On second down, Bragg. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Ready.
Third down, they'll throw with stick. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Get it.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stick looking middle, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Stick from the gun. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Mike, 44. You're right. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time. But...
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Double time. 3 down. 35.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. Complete to right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Stick looks to throw it again. Wright's got it. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it, despite all the extra contact and people around him.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, QB, come on.
Mahomes going to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. He's got it to Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On the ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's
Getting weapon.
First and 10, Stick. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Stick. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Check your hot read.
You draw quarters. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
Down. 10 Lobo.
Check right, check right. Here I come. I'm coming after you, 25. I'm coming after you, 25. Here I come. Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Get it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stick. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
4 down. Check.
Deep river.
Stick looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And I guess, partner, you call that a coverage sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half, maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
A 28-yard gain. And their first down, Chiefs.
Yellow.
49. Here we go, here we go. March 49. March 49.
Attack!
Watch the run, watch the run. Deuce, 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 deuce. Kill, 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 kill.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete.
Got you, boy.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
49 the mic, watch 49.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Watch out, watch out. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Get the yellow.
They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
6-6, pull it high.
Gordon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Stick. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Stick back to pass. Caught by Allen. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Stick looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?